Why do atheists need to gather in groups and have a community? Now, I get asked this question quite often from relatives, friends, and people in the comments section. And they'll ask me, if you're an atheist, why do you have to gather in a group and have a community that, revolves around the fact that you guys are all atheists? It seems like it's almost like a religion. And when I hear that, when people say that atheism is like a religion, I just say that it's like saying off is a TV channel. But the reason that atheists gather in groups and have conferences and there's a community, and when I was first asked these questions, I really couldn't come back with a good response. And I had to think about it. And I think the two biggest things for atheists having their own community, one is that atheists are, I would say, an oppressed minority, somewhat in the United States, and then also most definitely around the world. There's 13 countries where you can be put to death just for being an atheist. Basically, if you lack religious beliefs, that warrants facing the death penalty. So you see throughout history, you see all sorts of oppressed minorities, even if they don't all share the same opinions on, a broad array of topics. Just because they're an oppressed minority, they will start a movement that ensures that they are equal with everyone else. You see this with the American Black Civil Rights Movement, the feminist movement during the 20s, and quite a few different minority groups have organized in order to be equal class citizens. And in the United States, there's a lot of places where atheists are discriminated against. And in small towns where a church might be the center point of the community, if you're not part of that in group, then you can face discrimination. There's cases all over the country where there's a rural football team or a rural high school that will pretty much bully a atheist student because they might not want to do prayer at a certain school function or what have you. So that's the first reason why I see there is a need to have an atheist community, is basically to protect an oppressed minority, and then also to make sure that we can reach an equal status with everyone else. And the second reason has more to do with human beings being socially oriented creatures. And despite religion having all of its faults, one thing that it does, I would say better than anything else, is fulfilling human beings' social need to interact with other people. One of the biggest things when I was a Christian and going to church was developing relationships and friendships with other people, and I was happy. Even though I didn't really believe a lot of the stuff they were telling me right before I left, I still kept going because I had friends there. I liked, talking to people. It was, they had movie nights, game nights. They had lock-ins where basically it would be like a teenager night where they'll lock us in I think it was like the lower level of the church or whatever. And basically it was like a huge pizza party, and we watched movies and stuff all night. And it was fun, and we got to play video games and stuff. But then once you leave that social, I would say, center of your life or whatever, a lot of atheists have, I'm not saying all atheists, but quite a few of us have problems with fulfilling our social needs after we leave our religion, because a lot of times the religious folks will look at atheists or people who leave the religion as being contagious, and they want nothing to do with us. They want to shun us. Even if we don't have to meet in church or whatever, they still don't want to have anything to do with you, so they kick you to the curb. And when someone's entire group of friends leaves them like that, it's hard on a lot of people. It was hard on me initially, but then I found the Secular Student Alliance, and I'm doing YouTube videos, and it's an amazing community through YouTube, campus, and there's tons of Facebook groups where you can interact with other people, and that you're not the only person out there. Because when I first became an atheist, I thought I was an oddity. I thought that there was probably, like, you know, not that many other people out there. And then especially being a black guy, being an atheist, you wouldn't believe how, like, when it comes to black folks and their religion, how intertwined it is in, like, the culture, that it's like I'm almost kicked out of, you know, anything that has to do with, you know, black community events, because I don't want to attend, you know, stuff that has to be tied with the religion. So, you know, and then also another thing with the atheist community, and this is, and then I'm pretty much done explaining why there is one. You also see a lot of infighting and bickering over what the atheist community should be about. Now, a lot of atheists, for their morals, fall under the humanist category. And it's basically saying that you should treat other human beings the way that you want to be treated. You know, atheism is basically the lack of religious beliefs, and that's it. But most atheists are secular and humanist, so that gives us something to, you know, sort of group around or whatever. But then you see a lot of infighting over stuff such as, you know, I would say, like, maybe feminism, whether we should, like, you know, atheists, it's okay being anti-theist or calling out religion, or things in that manner tend to have schisms within the atheist community. You see with the, I think it's called Atheist Plus movement, where a lot of people didn't want to be attached to that because, you know, they were saying that, oh, well, if you don't agree with all our tenets, then you're not a real atheist. But, you know, there's no one can tell you that you're not an atheist when you lack religious beliefs. You are by definition an atheist. But me personally, I don't really like to get involved in all the, you know, YouTube drama and all the, you know, different figureheads within the atheist community or movement, whatever you want to call it. I don't really like getting involved in that. You know, I just sit back, and it's like that one meme with Michael Jackson in the movie theater. He's eating his popcorn. I'm just here for the comments. You know, that's how I am. But, you know, I tend to try to, you know, align myself with people who are positive and want to spend their time doing constructive stuff for humanity. So that's all I gotta say about this. Thanks for watching. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below, and enjoy your day. And oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like too. And thanks.